Hi, it's Sandy Wiley. Today's video, I'm going to talk about the holidays. Do the holidays stress you out? How to preserve your mental health over the holidays. So next week is Thanksgiving, and then after that, Christmas Eve, Christmas, New Year's. And around this time, we see a lot of family. We spend more time with family. And sometimes we get very stressed out about that. Let me tell you, it was not easy for me. When my mother-in-law was alive, my in-laws hate me, okay? But they put on a phony front in front of my mother-in-law because my mother-in-law was very big on family. She wanted the whole family to get together for Christmas brunch, which would be early in the morning. Like we'd have to leave the house like 9 o'clock to be there at 10 o'clock. And that would mean that the whole family would be her 4 sons, including my husband, who's the youngest, their wives, which would be me, their children, and their children's wives. So it would be like almost 2 dozen people by the time you get to like all the wives and the children, and then the children's spouses or boyfriends or girlfriends. So because at her funeral, guess what? These same people that hugged me and acted nice in front of mother-in-law, at her funeral, they completely snubbed me. Not all of them, maybe 2 didn't. So, and I knew this. They were putting on this phony. Have you ever felt like that? If you have in-laws, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't have in-laws, maybe it's some other family member that it's all phony, it's all an act, that people are acting polite and nice when they don't give 2 shits about you. When they're saying that small talk that I hate, that you have to do, I don't know, maybe you have a boyfriend who you're having dinner, Christmas dinner with his family, and you really don't like them, but it's your boyfriend, so or in-laws that are really, in-laws are outlaws. In-laws are outlaws. Or something like that. How do you preserve your mental health? Especially when they start asking you questions. There was a time after I broke up with Jim that I used to go to these meetups. If anyone heard of what a meetup is, it's these groups they have all over the place. There could be, I don't know about your state, but here in Massachusetts, they have them everywhere. In Boston, in Natick, in Framingham. They're everywhere. And they're just groups of people, and it's free, and you just go and you talk about various things. And I went around the holidays. This was years and years ago after I broke up with Jim. And we were the theme of the group was coping with holiday stress. So I said, for my mental health channel, what better thing to do than to talk about how stressed out we are, for some of us, around the holidays, especially because we have to be around people we don't like, and we have to be phony. Well, let's face it, I don't believe in being phony, honestly, but I'm not going to, I'm going to have to be phony all those years I went to Christmas brunch, because I'm not going to, make a scene. I go for my husband, that's his family. And they don't like me and I don't like them. So it's kind of hot, you have to put on a good front. And it's it's phony. But you do it because of, your mother-in-law, and because you're your husband, and, and then they never talk to you again after your mother-in-law dies. But anyway, I'm sure you all know what I mean, that some of you have to be around people you don't feel comfortable with. Maybe you have to be around your parents. maybe, you know, you live far from your parents, and it's your own parents you feel uncomfortable with, not in-laws necessarily. Maybe you only, you know, see your parents or your siblings around the holidays. And it's kind of strained because you're not really close to your siblings or your parents or anyone else, in-laws, outlaws, you know. You're not really close to them any time of year, but, you know, because it's the holidays, you know, or, you know, whatever holiday. Some people aren't, you know, celebrate Christmas. It could be, you know, what is it, Hanukkah, or I don't know, Kwanzaa, or whatever. I'm not here to be, you know, say it's everyone celebrates Christmas, but people do get together around the holidays, whatever, you know, religion, or if they're not religious or whatever. People get together more around the holidays, and a lot of times that makes us stressed out. So what can we do about that? Well, I hate small talk too, and I hate people asking me questions about myself. Even though I come on YouTube and I like share all this stuff with you guys, I don't like people face to face asking me a lot of questions about myself. It puts me on the spot. It makes me feel uncomfortable. And I'm not the only one, because when I went to those groups and they talked about this, one of the girls in the group said it made her feel very uncomfortable when people asked her questions, you know, especially certain kinds of questions, like say you've been looking for a job, you're out of work, and someone says, well, how's the job search? And it's not going well, you know. Oh, good. Oh, where'd you interview? You know, some people are they just think they're making small talk. But they're really pushy in their questioning. It feels like more of an interrogation. And it also makes some people uncomfortable. What if, like, you're not doing well in a job search and people are asking you, you know, or, oh, look at your son, he's 26. He's still single? Hasn't he met a girl yet? You know, something. You see, you know those people. I know you know those people. You've been around those people. And especially during the holidays when you have to, usually you're in the company of people that make you feel uncomfortable. And especially when they ask these intrusive questions like, oh, you're still single. Haven't you met someone yet? Or, didn't you get a job yet? Or, you know, I don't know. Anything that makes you feel uncomfortable. Anything that, you know, puts you on the spot. It could be about a job. It could be about school. It could be about a relationship. Oh, where's your girlfriend you brought last year? Oh, what happened to her? You two were so close. What happened? See what I'm saying? It could be any subject that makes you feel uncomfortable. Yeah, I mean, especially like with me, they'll ask me, oh, what do you do? Well, I write. Oh, one person asked me, does that make you a lot of money? How much money does that make you? See, that's intrusive. I would never ask someone, how much money do you make? They're probably wondering, you're a writer. That doesn't make much money, does it? You know, where are you published? And first question is, are you in Barnes? Oh, can I get your book? What's the name of your book? Let me write it down. I'm going to go to Barnes & Noble this weekend. But my books aren't in Barnes & Noble. You see, it just makes you feel uncomfortable, you know? Or some people are really damn rude. Oh, is that your wife there? Oh, wow. She put on a lot of weight since she been out of work. Or, you know, you understand where I'm coming from. So what do? Well, if you need, you grab something to drink, adult drink. That always makes me happy. You go around and grab something to eat. Because when you're eating at these parties, it's kind of hard to talk when your mouth is full, right? See? And then you answer them very short, quick answers and say, oh, you know what? Look over there. those chips and dip are calling my name. See what I'm saying? You just go to the table and grab more food. Excuse me, but, oh, I got to try some of that. Or excuse me, oh, look at this. My cup is empty. Excuse me for a moment. And then you just get away. Or, oh, gee, I got to go to the ladies' room. Where, I got to use the restroom. And then once you use the restroom, they're on to some other predator. They're on to some other prey. They're the predator. They're on to some other prey. They're talking to someone else. Also, never sit next to someone who makes you feel uncomfortable. Make sure when you sit, when you're at one of these holiday get-togethers or parties, or maybe it's an office party or something. I don't know what it is. Be very cautious who's sitting where. I mean, if you're like me and have panic attacks and anxiety, you don't want to be around people that make you feel uncomfortable. So take a look in the room, survey the room like that, and say, okay, Ann and Joe. Ann's over here and Joe's over there. Those are the two people, say, that make you the most uncomfortable. Ann and Joe. So I'm not going to go over there near Ann, and I'm not going to go over here near Joe. Oh, Mary. Mary's nice. Mary's quiet. She doesn't say much. Let me hang out with Mary, See, be aware of your surroundings, especially if you have panic attacks. Now, if you have a panic attack, like I said, you always can say, oh, I got to use the restroom. That's, and then book it. If you're in the restroom, splash some water on your face, or just like close the door away from the crowd and breathe, you just got to get away. So that's what I always do. I try to, if I have to be around, go to those events and be around people, I make sure that the people that make me feel the most uncomfortable, I don't sit next to, or I don't go near. I always go to the areas, and if I see them coming like my way, I'll walk over to something else, like get a drink or get something to eat. That's, you know what I mean? It doesn't look like I'm walking away from them. It looks like, oh, I want a taste of that cheesecake, or I don't know. You see, that rice ball. I want that rice ball or something. Now, with my son, it's a different kind of hard, okay? Because my son is severely brain damaged. And he has the mentality of a 2-year-old, but he's 6'2". So all his Christmas gifts are going to be like, Thomas the Tank Engine, or stuffed animals, or stuff for like 2-year-olds. But it's very hard to relax when he's home, because he always wants attention, and he always wants my husband to print up things on the printer, on the computer, like pictures of trees and pictures of the family, and just tons and tons of pictures. I mean, my husband goes through ink cartridges like crazy, and you can't tell him no. It just gets crazy. And then, he's always, you have to be like, it's very hard to explain to someone who doesn't know anything about brain damage. Just picture a 6'2", 165-year-old 2-year-old. 165 pounds, not 165-year-old. Oh! 165, wait, maybe 160 is skinny. 160, 6'2", 2-year-old who constantly is asking for things. Picture of trees, picture of mom, picture of dad. 4 books from downstairs. I have like a Winnie the Pooh trunk, like this big, and I have it was from his childhood, before he got meningitis, when he was like 3 years old, living at home, and it has all children's books in it, like hundreds of children's books. And every Sunday when he comes over, or every Thanksgiving or Christmas, he goes down there and he gets to pick 4 to take to his home. But he doesn't just pick 4 to bring up the stairs. He loads my arms with a pile of books this big. He'll open it up, the Winnie the Pooh, and he'll where all the books are, and it'll keep giving me. And I said, that's enough, Alex. That's enough. It's too much. That's enough. But what makes it at least easier is that I have my husband and my other son, Austin, to help out. But it is very stressful, you know? It is very stressful. So you gotta find some time for yourself around the holidays, especially all the shopping. If you do a lot of shopping for people, on top of working and house cleaning and partying, you know what you need? You need to get a massage, or go to the mani-pedi, or get yourself a massage. Man or a woman, doesn't matter. Just go get a massage. A massage is the most relaxing thing you can do for yourself. And what you do for yourself that relaxes you is good for your mental health. So, just save up and say, I'm going to splurge, and I'm going to just take an afternoon off for me and just relax by myself, get a deep cleaning massage, or facial. A facial is good. Just do something for yourself, okay? Pamper yourself, especially around the holidays when you're so stressed out and you've got all the shopping and you've got to see people that stress you out. You know what I mean? It's a good thing to pamper yourself. Just spend time for you pampering. Things that you normally wouldn't do, all right? I don't get a manicure or pedicure. It's very expensive. I love pedicures because they massage your feet and they massage your legs and put creams. It's not just painting your toenails. It's the whole works, And it's expensive. But just save up and do it as a Christmas present or a holiday present if you don't celebrate Christmas. Do it as a holiday present for you. You've got to take care of you. You've got to pamper yourself once in a while, and especially around the holidays when you got so much more on your plate because you have so much more shopping and so much baking and cooking, if you do that kind of thing, And just turn your phone off, put some earbuds in, play some nice music that you like, and just get a pedicure. If you're a guy, you can get a pedicure, manicure too. Men get it. It's not just a woman thing. Or a nice massage, a deep massage, or a facial. Get it, just something that you wouldn't normally spend money on. That's pampering yourself. You deserve it, right? I tell you, after a massage, it really relaxes you. It really, really relaxes you. A deep massage. I'm telling you, you got to think of yourself. You got to think of your own mental health. And one last thing. I changed my name on my station to Sandra Lee Palladino. That's my full name. Pal was short for Palladino. Did I say Palladino? Sandra Lee Wiley. I think I'm mixing myself up. My birth maiden name is Sandra Lee Palladino, okay? For the people call me Sandy. So I shortened. It's an outdoor video. It's a gorgeous day in Boston. 60 degrees. I got to take advantage of being outside with all the noise and traffic. Okay, so my maiden name, for those people who asked, was Sandra Palladino. Okay? For YouTube, I shortened it to Sandy Pal, P-A-L-L. But now I just want to use my real name, my married name, the one I've had the last 36 years, which is Sandra Wiley. So it's Sandra Lee Wiley. That's what it is. So there you have it. Okay, I hope I gave you some good tips. And if you have some, comment. I love comments. Tell me what you do to relax, especially around the holidays. Tell me, do you get stressed out? Do you find it difficult? Do you get anxious about meeting certain family during the holiday? Let me know in the comments. Let me know. All right, take care.